first bite. It is so good. Greens and magnesium. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sydney. If you're new here, we're gonna do a full day of eating today. I love making these videos. It's been a while since I've made one, and I feel like I've changed the way that I'm eating a little bit. So this will be a good little updated full day of eating. I've been trying to focus on having more of a diverse diet rather than having like a rotation of the same like 4 meals always. I was doing the same breakfast, the same lunch, and the same dinner probably 5 times a week, honestly, until I got sick of that. And then I would end up switching it up and do the same thing over again, which is not the end of the world, and it's not horrible to do it that way. But I've gotten blood work done, and I've seen that I had a couple different nutritional deficiencies, and I was like, I eat so healthy, what the heck? But it can be from not having a diverse diet and not getting all of the different vitamins and nutrients that I need. And I want to start focusing more on my micronutrients as well, and not just my proteins, fats, and carbs. So I want to just take you guys through a very in-depth day of eating, kind of why I'm having those meals. And I still stick to very simple meals, but I'm trying to just incorporate some different fruits and vegetables in there, try to have some different protein sources, and I'll take you guys through it. I loosely track my macros, so if you guys are tracking macros, I'll give you some tips here and there. What I mean by loosely is I normally will track like 3 to 4 times per week, and I'll pretty much always use a food scale just so that I know exactly the serving size of whatever I'm having, just so I can like mentally track. But it helps me a lot to just kind of like stay in order if I am not tracking and I'm just kind of like throwing things onto a bowl or a plate. I will do that for a couple days, and then I'll track what I've been having, and I'm either way lower or way higher on certain things. So I like to just kind of be in the know on what I'm having. I've tracked macros for years. It's a super helpful tool. I don't think it's something that you need to do forever. I don't think it's something that you need to do every single day. But once you have done it for long enough to know what your typical range is of your calories, what your typical range is of your macronutrients, and then also I started using Chronometer. I've been using MyFitnessPal for, I don't even know, 8 years, 6 years. I don't even know. It's been a long time since probably more like 8 years since I started using MyFitnessPal on and off. And Chronometer, I'm just trying it out, so I'll keep you posted. I feel like I'm just so used to MyFitnessPal that Chronometer is kind of like throwing me off. But I think that you can see more in depth of your micronutrients, which I like. So trying that out, and let's just get started. It is 6:45 right now, and we're just getting the day started. I typically walk out into the kitchen and have my coffee first thing, but something that I've been doing lately is filling up my hydro jug. So I'm gonna get this full of water and then have an electrolyte packet in it, drink this whole thing. And I actually haven't even been doing coffee first thing as much. I've been trying to have a full breakfast, and then I'll do my coffee in a little bit because I love my protein coffee. Got my water filled up, and now I'm going to do an Element packet. We clearly like Element. I have to restock this so often because Jay will normally do 2 a day, and I'll have 1 a day every single day. And when we're traveling, I bring them. We just got back from being out of town, and we brought a whole stockpile of them because we know that it's easy to get dehydrated when you're traveling. It also is just a non-negotiable part of our routine with supplements. I'm going to do the grapefruit today. Element has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. I love that it doesn't have any added sugar, and they just don't add any unnecessary junk into their product. I always talk about how I thought electrolyte packets were only necessary for people who are sweating all the time and are running marathons. Like, we originally got them for Jay when he was training for a half marathon, and I started having them in my water. I feel way better when I'm consistently having them. I feel like my energy levels are better. I drink more water because I get a head start on the day having water that actually tastes good. That's another thing. I'm pretty picky about the different electrolytes, and Element tastes so good. It helps with any kind of cravings because for some reason the saltiness just helps my hunger not have any crazy spikes throughout the day. It doesn't matter how active you are, literally everyone needs electrolytes. I think everyone thinks about, oh, I need to drink this much water per day, but it also matters what your balance is with your electrolytes as well. If you get muscle cramps often, if you get headaches at all whatsoever, these can help so much. I will make sure to link them in my description box for you guys if you want to try out Element. I love it so much. I've told you guys about it a million times if you've been on my channel before, and you can go to drinkelement.com/SydneyAdams and you'll get a free sample pack with your purchase. So thank you so much, Element, for sponsoring today's YouTube video. I'm gonna drink this and get breakfast started. Yum. First things first, we've got coconut colt. This is a probiotic coconut yogurt. It is so good, and obviously it's a good way to get probiotics in. The only thing is it's often sold out at Sprouts. I think that it was a craze for a while, and now it's been in store pretty often. I've heard people say that you're not supposed to use a metal spoon. I don't know how true that is. I haven't seen that on the container at all, but it does say to not double dip. So I do just one big spoonful of that, and I have that first thing. I personally like the chocolate mousse kind the best, and it is like the tastiest thing ever. Some people think it has like a very weird, distinct taste. I love it. And for breakfast, we're doing a yogurt bowl and an egg scramble. I'm gonna use some unsalted butter to cook my egg scramble. We're gonna do some spinach. I'm gonna do a big old handful of it. Maybe like that much. Tomato and bell pepper. Okay, now that I've let that cook for a second, I'm gonna add 2 eggs. And we'll do this big old egg scramble. Gonna add a little flaky salt and some everything but the bagel seasoning. Now we're gonna do our yogurt bowl. Greek yogurt. And some cinnamon. I do a lot of cinnamon because it's plain Greek yogurt. I recommend doing this. At least I personally prefer to do this over any flavored yogurt just because a lot of times the flavored yogurt has a lot of added sugar into it. Then we're gonna do blueberries, pumpkin seeds, some bee pollen for vitamin C, and lastly, some local honey. And there's the yogurt bowl. And here's breakfast. It is time to eat. I'll also give you the rundown of the macros and then also some other micronutrients that we have packed into this meal just to give you guys an idea if you are looking for some different meal inspo to add into your daily routine. First bite. Yum. This is one of my favorites right now. For Jay's breakfast, we've actually been doing all the same meals, which is new for us. If you're new here, we used to do our own thing at our own time and never have the same things, but we started having all the same things. We just change it based on what his calorie needs are and like what his macros are. So we did double the blueberries, double the pumpkin seeds, and then added sausage. Just made it to the gym, so we're gonna head in, and we've got leg day today. back home from the gym and we're making lunch. We've got garbanzo beans that are going into the oven to roast. I love some crispy chickpeas. And then we're gonna make a bowl. I have these on convention roast at $3.75. Starting with some mixed greens. Some shredded chicken. I let the chickpeas go for a little bit and then I added the chicken in there just to make it a little bit crispy since the chicken was already cooked. And then we have chickpeas. Pickled onion. Some cucumber. Flaky salt on the chickpeas and on the chicken. Sauerkraut. Jay doesn't like olives, but I'm gonna add some olives to mine. When was the last time you had an olive, Jay? You wanna try one? Make sure you don't like it? Oh, that's different. Dirty martini. You wanna try one real quick? They're so good though. Adding this cucumber and feta dip. This is from the Good Foods brand. I was gonna do pistachios, but I just realized we're out, so I'm gonna do some avocado. Get some healthy fats in there. Ooh, what a pretty avocado. This avocado is huge, so instead of doing half, I'm gonna do half and half, so 1/4 on each of ours. And we're gonna top it off with some coconut aminos. And here's lunch. I do lots of different variations of this, but it is one of my favorite lunches ever, and I try to just switch up the different toppings that I put on there. I like to take my vitamins with my lunch. I just ate 1 Brazil nut, but I'm having 2 for a good source of selenium. And then with all of my vitamins, I am drinking my 3rd Hydro Jug. I'm already on 3, which is pretty dang good. I like to take my vitamins with lunch or after lunch, just because then I have a decent amount of food on my stomach. I feel like I'm kind of sensitive to vitamins, and it makes me feel a little sick if I have them first thing in the morning and haven't eaten yet. It is a time to prep dinner. So we are making lettuce wrap burgers tonight and some homemade fries, which we've only done once before and it was so good. And we did almost like the In-N-Out sauce. I looked up on Pinterest, like an In-N-Out dupe sauce, more of like a healthy version, I guess you would say, with Greek yogurt. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. Again, we had that a couple weeks ago and it was phenomenal, the whole meal. So I just have the oven preheated. Jay's gonna be doing the grilling with our ground beef. Gonna make these into patties, season them up, and then get those thrown on the grill. I'm gonna chop up an onion and get these on the stovetop to saute them, because I love some sauteed onions on burgers. For French fries, do you think we need 2 potatoes, or do you think this will be enough for both of us?
Let me know when they're like all cut. Let me take a look.
Okay, this is all of them.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Throwing the potatoes into a little ice bath over here first. I'm gonna use a little bit of ghee on the stovetop to cook the onions.
Just check so.
Onions going on stovetop to get these sauteed. This is probably more than what we need, honestly, but I like to have some onions both on my burger and also on the French fries. Weren't those so good last time, the sauteed onions? This was like one of our favorite meals. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to make it again.
Right.
Those all in the ghee and get those cooking. Jay's getting the burgers all ready, season them up. While we're cooking, I'm having an Olipop. Are you gonna have one, or are you waiting until dinner? Orange squeeze and strawberry vanilla probably at the top too. Time to make the burger sauce. Instead of mayo, I'm gonna try with Greek yogurt. We used avocado mayo last time, but I figured, why not? If you can make something with Greek yogurt, why not give it a shot? Make it a little higher in protein. Some ketchup, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder if you have it, but we ran out. Some relish, some Dijon mustard, and lastly, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just a touch. Mix this all up. And you have In-N-Out burger sauce at home. Jay and I both are like very big sauce people, so we make so many different variations of sauce, especially with Greek yogurt, with mayo, coconut aminos, and just mix together a bunch of stuff. So I feel like we've found so many different sauces that we like, and dressings and marinades that we like on all of our meals. Here's where we're at over with the onions, and I just kind of keep moving them around until they're super sauteed, which is my favorite. We've kind of destroyed this pan, I won't lie, and it was because we used super high heat and just, I don't even know, I think I was sauteing veggies or something and it burnt them, and so disregard the pan, but still works. Fries are looking good and crispy. Salt them up. Like I'm super salty.
I have no.
These are looking so good. Gonna add some pickles on top. Add some burger sauce. I think I'm gonna do a little bit for my fries over here. This looks freaking amazing. These turned out so nice and crispy. Jay and I were just saying that our timing is never this good. Timing the grill with whatever we're making in the oven or on the stovetop is just never perfect, but today it was perfect. Oh, these fries are 100 times better than last time.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna sit down and have some dinner. Nice and crispy. Wow. I need to show you just one more time how great this looks. Oh, we clearly both absolutely hated that dinner. All right, it is time to end the day with a little sweet treat. So we are doing our favorite sweet treat ever, dates, cashew butter, and some chocolate chips. One of our almost nightly go-tos. Personally, I think that this brand, the Julie's brand, is the best brand for dates. I normally just get them off of Thrive Market, and I personally refrigerate them. I think they taste better when they're refrigerated.
And the top for the optimists, for old friends, for everyone. Ciabatta dippers are back.
And then this cashew butter. Honestly, I'll go as far as saying it's the best nut butter out there. I'm a cashew butter girl through and through. I used to do almond butter all the time, and I just think cashew butter is so much better. I think it's creamier. I just love the taste of it, especially with dates. And this brand specifically. I don't know if I've ever had a different brand of cashew butter, actually. And then we'll finish off with mini chocolate chips. I'm actually gonna do some flaky salt on there too. Just a little bit. And there's our nighttime sweet treat. Fiber, some healthy fats, a little bit of protein, and then chocolate chips, because it makes it taste better. All right, and ending off with supplements for the night. What I do every single night is I take magnesium, and I also do Pharmagaba is what it's called. This is just a really good supplement to help you relax at night, and I feel like it helps my sleep a ton. So I do 2 of these. And my magnesium, which looks really crazy right now because I ended up adding my greens to it. I haven't taken my greens today. Kind of just take them whenever throughout the day that it makes sense for me. And so sometimes it's first thing in the morning, and sometimes it's right before bed. So greens and magnesium to end off the night. And I hope that gives you guys some good inspiration, some different ideas for your meals, and that concludes a full day of eating. Pretty simple meals, but that's the way I like it, and I will definitely give you guys some more full day of eating. If you guys liked videos like this, let me know. I've done a full week of eating, which I think was the last time that I did like a day of eating style video. So if you prefer a full week, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys so much. Bye.